It's Season 3. Let's talk about the do's and the don'ts of Season 3, how you could improve, how you should improve, and the opinions of an unemployed World of Warcraft content creator. I take a lot of my time, basically all of my time, sitting around playing World of Warcraft, so I think my opinion might be a bit wrong in some people's eyes, might be a bit right in some others. And if you do agree with some of my things or disagree, make sure you let me know why you disagree or why you agree. Don't just be like, wrong, incorrect. Come into this with an open mind. The number one thing, do not listen to tier list YouTubers. Do not listen to tier list websites. Play what you want to play. Don't listen to them. Tier lists are just made for farming ad revenue. End of the story. Yes, they're going to tell you what's good, what's bad. But at the end of the day, like I just said, it's all about ad revenue. They want you to watch ads. They want you to subscribe or check out their content. You know what? I respect the hustle, but tier lists are going to restrict you mentally and physically throughout the whole season. We'll use Affliction Warlock for an example. I know several really good Affliction Warlocks, but because they're always the bottom of the barrel or bottom of the tier list, they hardly ever get invited to keys. They could have a really high IO, really high gear score, item level, whatever you want to call it, but they'll just not get invited to things, purely based around the fact of their affliction. But you never know, they could be really good. And you don't want the same thing happening to you. Let's say, for example, you're a Frost DK. Frost DK right now is incredibly good. It's insane damage, but that's because it's preseason. They're already slowly nerfing it a little bit based on a few patches. What's going to happen when you've grinded out 2.5k and you want to go for 3k and then Frost just gets absolutely nerfed? You won't want the same happening to you, right? Of course, you can have biases towards certain classes and stuff like that, but that's it. The main thing about these tier lists are they are never going to be able, especially YouTubers, sorry, they're never going to be able to play every single spec, every single class, whilst doing all of that in every single dungeon. The amount of maths and data and the amount of stuff they would need to do to make that work is physically impossible in this short period of time that they've had to do it. And if they go, oh, I've seen X doing this, I've seen Y doing this, you've seen it, but that might not be the best player. That might not be a good player. You know what? That might not even be a mediocre player. That might be a bad player. So that's why me personally, I don't listen to tier lists on YouTube or content creation tier lists because they don't have the time. Tier lists on websites, yeah, you know what? They might have a collective of people where the data is a lot wider and a lot better, like informed. By the end of the day, tier lists are just going to ruin your mind, ruin your game. Play whatever you want to play. Enjoy the time that you have on the game. You pay monthly to play this shit. You don't want to have somebody going, well, actually, you shouldn't be playing this class. It's really bad. If you enjoy something, fuck it, dude. I don't pay for your membership. The people in your M Plus keys don't pay for your membership, so play whatever the hell you want to play, right? A really good thing to do is just relax, you know? You're not going to get 3k straight away. Pugs are going to be bad. Things are going to go bad. Your class is going to get nerfed like we spoke about previously. Dungeons will get buffed. Dungeons will get nerfed. It will get easier throughout the season. You know what? If you don't want to sweat off the start, you know what? Take a break from WoW at the moment. Relax. Go play some other games. Go play the Battlefield beta. Go play Call of Duty. Go play League of Legends. Go play, I don't know, some anime dating simulator. Whatever you want to do. Sorry, I didn't have footage for that in the background. Go do whatever you want to do, right? Play some goddamn Hearthstone. Play whatever you want to play, as long as it's just taking your time away from WoW a little bit. Don't let this game become your only game. As I've said at the start, as somebody who basically lives on this game, is basically making content every single day for this, either streaming or recording, it ain't that deep. Relax. Season 3 is here for a while. You've got plenty of time to get 3k. You've got plenty of time to get 3k on multiple tunes. If anything, the middle and the start of the season are the worst. The end might seem like the worst, but everyone's geared in your keys. So eventually, you'll get 3k. And if you don't get 3k at the start or the middle, you've got the end. And if you're a bad player, getting 3k isn't a big deal. Trust me. Yes, you'll look at somebody and go, oh, they've got a 3k main. I'll take them. They might know things. They might know this. They might. That ain't the case. Trust me. Getting 3k is very, very easy now. Everyone's aware of the game. Everybody has weak auras and add-ons and stuff that tells them, do this, do that, do this. But you know what? Just relax. Most people will get 3k just by playing. You can just constantly keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And eventually you'll learn, you'll get 3k. It ain't that deep. Don't put pressure on yourself. It's a game. And of course, maybe with season 3, you're trying out that new spec. You're trying out something new. You're trying out something different. Good. Keep trying to increase the flavor of the game, increasing the way you understand the game. Because if you try out different specs, then you hop back to your main tune or hop back to your main class or whatever, you will know how to play around those classes. You will know how they play, what defensives they have, what CDs they could use to advance your keys and advance your game style, your gameplay, whatever you want to say. Those kinds of small little pieces of knowledge will really help. Trust me, the amount of times I've seen paladins bubble and not have the talent that stops them from losing aggro, it's incredible. I have seen it way too many times to count. And as somebody who's been a big advocate for prop pally for a long time, since like BC as a child, it's crazy. But I saw people doing that and I went, thank God I've never done that in my life. Apart from raiding, like, you know, you should never do it in a raid. But I've seen it and it's there like in the back of my brain of, I am never going to do that. I will never do that. Another thing, I've seen a lot of hunters not using explosive traps and stuff for affixes. Why not? Really easy. Just finished playing Feral Druid. Totally forgot that I could go to Incap Raw to help with affixes. Never see a Feral really doing that, but I've learned from playing a different spec that I am capable of doing that. That means I know maybe there's a chance the Feral Druid in my group might be able to do that too. Another big thing that I would highly recommend, stop raid logging. If you're a raid logger, your time's done with the game. Take a break, play something else. Raid logging is just going to annoy the people you're raiding with, the people that you play with, and it's also just going to waste money. Yeah, you know what? That $15 or that £10, you could buy yourself a McDonald's. You could buy yourself some chicken nugs, you know? Why are you wasting, I don't know, let's say for example you raid 2 nights a week for 3 hours? That's a whole day. Just, oof, a month, just gone. A whole day of your life just, I wouldn't say wasted, but if you're going to raid log, that's it. I think it might be time for you to just relax. Buy yourself some nice chicken nuggies, a beer, some smokes, whatever. Just stop raid logging. You're going to burn the game out for yourself even more. The amount of times I've seen people being like, I'm just going to raid log, and then the 3rd week of raid logging, they just stop showing up. They stop caring. The guild's not killed the final boss on Heroic yet, or we're stuck on the 4th boss on Mythic. They end up quitting. Raid logging will not save you, will not save your enjoyment for the game. Just stop raid logging. That's it. And the biggest thing of all to improve your time playing the game, you know, come watch me live on twitch.tv/Calibara. I've heard your IO just instantly gets put to 3k. I don't know what, it's just a really weird bug. And yeah, so if you want to come check out and get your IO instantly 3k, I would highly recommend that as well, because hey, who wants a 3-bit of IO? The biggest thing I've seen with the War Within, more than anything, is delve farming. Trust me, delves are horrible. They are going to be horrible. No matter what, at the start of the season, they're going to be horrible. You're not going to be geared enough. There's going to be some delves that are quicker. Shout out all the people that abuse fungal folly. But there's going to be some delves that are quick, some delves that are slow. Don't push yourself for your vault. Do 6 dungeons or 6 delves. 6 of this, 6 of that. Don't just every day being like, I've got to do 8 delves. I've got to do 8 delves on this tune. Then I've got to do 8 delves here. Then I've got to do 6 M plus here, 6 M plus here. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Then I've got to raid. Then I've got to do that. Then I've got to do that. This isn't your job. This is my job, sadly. But don't force yourself to be like, delve, 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 raid, 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 dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. It's going to kill your mentality. Do 6 on one tune. Do 2 on one tune. Let's face it, you're not going to be playing every single goddamn tune every single day. You're going to be focusing on 3 at max. So don't push yourself to be like 8 delves on this one, 8 delves on my hunter, 8 delves on this, 8 delves on that, 8 dungeons, 8 dungeons. Got to full clear the raid, got to full clear the raid. You are not pushing raid toward first. So just take a break. relax. Don't force yourself into content that you don't want to do, or content that's going to really kill you out, because trust me, I'm doing it literally right now on so many tunes for future videos or future content, and it's really burning the spark and burning the flame, or putting the flame out. You know what I mean? Just relax with it. Don't push yourself. You'll get gear. If anything, pre-seasons are kind of shit. They're kind of pointless. You got a 6-7 tune, you got 3k IO on it, or 2.5k IO on it last season, you're pretty much set for gear anyway. All you've got to do is get the cape and make sure the belt is fully upgraded until you start pushing into hero gear. And most people, if you're 670, you could easily do +6s for gear. The last piece of advice I'm going to give over everything: do not go to these websites looking up rank 1. Rank 1's gear, or the top 10, are very niche specific players. If you take a look at them, none of them all have the exact same equipment. They've all got things here, things there, different trinkets, different that, different this. Make sure you are looking at the right stats, the right gear, the right person, the right role that they're in, and everything. If you do plan on doing research, don't just go to Murloc.io, look up the first player and be like, yep, that's the guy I'm going to copy, because their talents are going to be very specific, very niche for their play style. If you just copy it, you don't know exactly how they play, you don't know who they're playing with, maybe those talents are specific to their group that they run M+ with. Don't copy people, find a good play style for you, find good talents for you, do research before you just copy and paste and stick it into the game. I'd recommend places like Archon, UGG, sometimes Wowhead at the start of the season, because they have some good players at the start of the season, but Wowhead guides, in my opinion, never really get updated after the start of the season, so use them now and move on to somewhere else in the future. But after all the things I can say and do for you guys to say how to enjoy the season a little bit more, in my opinion, just have fun. If the game's getting a bit stale for you, take a break. If the game's getting really fun for you and you're enjoying it, play a bit more, you know? Maybe try and push that tune. Maybe hop on a different tune. Have a little bit more fun. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. Things aren't that deep. You're not doing this like I am for videos or content or stream. You're doing it as a hobby, for fun. You're enjoying yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sorry if this is a bit of a yap. I just want to upload something different, talk to you guys, get your guys' insight, your opinion on things. But I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Stay safe. And, of course, come check out the Twitch stream.